Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel.
We are the Young Able Women from Africa to Kun, South Africa.
Every week, we'll be discussing issues that affect young women in our communities.
Issues such as decent work, unpaid care work, and sexual reproductive health and rights.
This is where we aspire
to inspire and never expire. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button below.
Like, share, leave a comment, and stay tuned. Moving forward, we're going to be talking about hygiene. So hygiene, and guys, please, let's interact. Everyone, please participate. Please be alive, guys. Okay. So I'll throw a question. You can answer. They can answer. The panelists can answer, and even us, we can answer. So, firstly, what is hygiene? What do you guys think hygiene is? Princess?
I think hygiene means cleanliness. It's all about you being clean and love yourself.
Yeah, along with what Princess said, it's also about how you take care of yourself. Yeah. It's very important for you to engage in personal hygiene, personal good hygiene. Thank you.
I think we had a hand from Margaret.
I was also going to say that people only focus on physical hygiene. We also need to take into account our emotional hygiene, mental hygiene, and also our social hygiene.
Okay, so
and what do you mean by emotional hygiene?
Okay, so like ma'am said, self-judgment, low self-esteem, and also not being able to love yourself, like she said. Being able to know that maybe I have this kind of ability and I accept myself. You're socially clean, you're emotionally clean, and being also able to engage with other people, you're also socially clean, and also being able to, have a good mindset about certain situations. You're mentally clean.
Okay, so what then is personal hygiene? What do you think personal hygiene is? The panelists can answer that for me.
Personal hygiene is when you are making sure that you're keeping yourself clean from yourself and from others. Making sure that you don't give others germs and illnesses. Making sure that you bath. You shower, you bath, you clean your hands each and every time, and then you change your clothes on a daily basis, and then you brush your teeth. It can happen once or every time after eating.
No, I say 2 times a day.
Okay. Since we're on the topic of hygiene goes hand in hand with menstruation.
Yes.
Yeah, so is it advisable to use reusable pads? Like you wear pads that you will wash after?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is advisable as long as you make sure that you change it and you clean it at most times.
So how many times do we change versus do we change a reusable pad compared to a disposable pad?
Based on the knowledge that I have on the reusable pads, it is advisable to use to have 3-hour intervals. So let's say maybe you're at school and then you're using reusable pads. You guys know the reusable pads, right? Let's say maybe in the morning you shower at 7, then you get to school. So it's 8, 9, 10. Maybe you ask to go to the toilet, you change it. And it's advisable that if you're using reusable pads, you have those, you see those plastics there, yeah. I don't know what
Refuse bags.
Yeah, refuse bags. Yeah, you put the pad there, then you seal it, then you go back to the class. Remember, when you get home, you have to first, soak them inside warm water, warm lukewarm water, and then after that, after 15 minutes, Then you wash them. After washing them, make sure that you put them where the sun is able to get to them, not just at the toilet.
And you wash them using sunlight, the green bar.
Yes.
Don't use any Stay Soft or Dettol soap or
Not any
whatsoever.
soap. Yeah, it's
Not
only
any
sunlight.
fragrance
Alcohol
soap.
yeah.
I think I've got some, ne? Before you guys go, I'll give each one of you. So did you try? Have you tried them?
Has
Those ones.
anyone of you tried it?
Yes. Yeah. We were given on the event that we went to. Nirvana.
Even that day, guys.
Yeah, even that
day.
last of last week.
So
Yeah.
guys, trust me, it's nice using them. Like you feel comfortable, like you don't get stressed. Like it is comfortable. It depends on the size, though. Remember that others are heavy flow, others are normal flow. So yeah, you have to change each and every time.
In terms of leakages, do they leak or do they protect you like your disposable sanitary towels do?
Answering that, it depends on the on the flow. So if I am a heavy flower, it's advisable that you put maybe you put it, you use it maybe after 2 hours if you know that you are instead of 3, like use less hours, or you can even use a disposable pad firstly put on the reusable, then you place the disposable so that in case it leaks, you understand? Yeah.
Okay, I actually have a question when in menstruation. So like since we're talking about menstruation, I'd like to ask all of you guys, like, how do you feel when you're on your periods? Like, how does it feel to be like, and why do you think you get period pains? That's if you get period pains, like, how do you feel?
Yeah. I was noted. Personally, I feel that wearing a pad all day is very uncomfortable because you're not used, especially if you're not used to wearing paint lines. So having something that's under you, it's very uncomfortable because same as when our parents tell us after we started your period, they tell you when you stand up, you check if you're not used to something. So the checking part, especially if you're in between people, it shows that you're going to show people that, okay, I'm in my periods. So now we just have to get adjusted to the fact that when I stand up, I have to check. What was your second question?
Or like, how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel about it?
It's very uncomfortable because you have to. It also goes to the fact that we're taught that when you're in periods, you bath twice a day, which is, I don't really get the fact that what's the meaning of bathing twice a day.
Because you smell?
You smell the whole day.
They say you smell?
They say.
Exactly. But it also goes with the fact that what if regularly you change your pad and you do not get the odor? What happens?
And you don't have your pubic hair.
Exactly. So it also goes with the fact that it comes with discomfort.
Yeah.
You don't feel comfortable at all. You have, and there's a certain thing that some others go to periods for a certain number of days. So it also goes with the fact that if you go to your periods for maybe 7 days, you have to feel uncomfortable for the 7 days. You're not being yourself. You have mood swings. You just not yourself for the whole 7 days.
And also, guys, can I also ask a question? So, you remember last time sorry. Shortcut. You remember last time we were talking about the stigma around someone who is on their menstruation. Can we just talk about it? The stigma around someone who is on periods. The thing that you are not allowed to go to the kitchen, some other traditional people, you are unholy, you cannot cook,
You're not
exactly,
pure,
you cannot
you're
pray.
dirty.
What kind of thing is that? Exactly. So what do you say?
Even cultural reasons.
Yes.
But what are those cultural regions?
Okay. Before you guys continue, I think we should just give them a chance. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So the question was, how do you feel when you're on the menstrual period? For me, I feel very proud to be on my menstrual period because it shows that I'm growing as a young woman and I'm developing and I'm maturing, and there are certain stages in my life. So for me, I feel very proud and very happy, glad to be on my period. And I haven't started, but I have started, but it's not very long. So I can't say how I feel when I have period pains. So I don't have period pains, so I cannot explain that.
Otherwise, what happens to Baker?
Well, what I wanted to emphasize on has already been spoken about. But when I'm on my period, I feel very uncomfortable because when I'm at home, everyone has to know that I'm on my period because my mood swings, like the way I act changes. And for the fact that if I don't tell them, they'll think that I'm not comfortable enough to tell them that I'm on my period or monthly. But having period pains is the worst. You can't do any other activity that you want to do. Having periods so unbearable. But I'm growing, and as I grow, I'll adjust to being on my period. So it's fine, I'm growing, and I'm also proud, as Margaret said, we are maturing as women. So don't be ashamed of being on your period. I mean, you're growing, you should be happy.
Now the follow-up answer to Memira's question.
Well, not before that, something to say.
To Aaron, then, what was the question?
How do you feel when you're on your period?
Yeah, I feel angry. I just become angry just for nothing. Just thinking, like, let's say maybe then I used to kutamas or something, or maybe my period is kind like, why? Like, like I become angry. So, my period pains is it's a heavy thing because like then I took my period like last year. Like we are I'm feeling pains, like serious pains, like so we cannot do anything.
And there's nothing we can do about our hormones, guys. Our mood swings.
Our hormones just goes up and down
during that period.
So it is normal. And the other thing about the heavy flow that we keep on talking about, if you know that you do have a heavy flow, you just have to put at least two pads on a panty so that it can cover at least at that moment, so that it should not flow.
Yeah.
You put the pad, not omunye pes gomunye, but as it follows. So yes, open the other one on a panty. Like a diaper, yes, you can also do that.
And guys, also don't be afraid to try out different brands, because a lot of you are talking about the uncomfortability of being on your periods. I think the best thing my mother allowed me to do was to experiment with the different brands, and I found that some brands allowed me to be comfortable. You don't have to have an uncomfortable period. You can have a very happy period. You can be a happy somebody whilst on a period. I think sometimes it's about the brand of sanitary pads that you use.
If you don't have a long,
like
then you can do this.
At most, some people prefer lilets. I found that at some stage, stay safe, stay free was working for me, and then all of a sudden it changed. I don't know why. Then I had to go back to Always Ultra. So try these different brands. Don't be afraid. As long as you just keep away from perfumed sanitary towels.